Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for your association. Thanks everyone for joining. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hello. All greatest to Prabhupada. I think we have so far 6, including me. There's still more to join, but anyone who has joined so far have any questions to open up the session, please proceed. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, I wanted, can I share one small incident that just happened today? Actually, 2 weeks, 2 weeks back, I asked you that whether visiting, there is one ISKCON temple just right to opposite to my house, and can I visit that for Mangal Aarti? And also you told that we can visit, but we should be careful. We should not hear their speculative philosophy. So actually, Prabhu, I went there, and today one very horrible incident happened that I went there, and one part of their morning program, Mangal Aarti, is that they discuss they read one verse from Bhagavatam, and they just discuss 3 or 4 minutes on that. So today, Prabhu, you know what they said? I was just unable to believe. I literally scolded that person. He was a full-time devotee, and he was saying that Prabhupada has not written the purpose properly, and he was saying that one should read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's purport. They are more detailed. Prabhupada was in a very hurried mood. That is why he did not write very elaborate purports, and his work is not proper. I immediately told him that, but Prabhupada has said, I immediately quoted that Prabhupada has said that I have given everything in my books. So then he said something else, and then I told that how can you doubt the words of a pure devotee? Then he seemed defeated, and then he changed the topic like that. But at least I have finalized that I will never visit any ISKCON temple now onwards. At least after this experience, I felt very bad.
Milk, there's a verse, it says, milk touched by the lips of the serpent creates poisonous effect. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you go to such people, this is Sanatan Goswami's word, If you go and hear from Avaishna Mukad Girnam, if you hear from non-devotee, because these people all are offenders of Krishna, correct?
Yes, certainly.
So because they are offending Krishna, so therefore they are envious. Therefore they are offending Prabhupada. Yes. This is they are learning from their guru. Correct?
Yeah.
How else he can speak like this if he don't hear from his guru? Correct?
Yeah. They have that Jaya Pataka Swami's photo in their altar. Maybe he is their guru, I guess.
This is how they have been taught, Otherwise, how he is speaking like this against Prabhupada? When you speak like this, it's a very offensive statement. And when you hear such things, you are also implicated.
Yeah. That is why I immediately spoke at that time only, and I left.
Yeah, you left, but you heard so many other things also, no?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes or not? So if you hear this thing from such people, your mind will be affected. Correct?
Yes.
So that's why it says it's very dangerous to associate with this kind of people, Yes?
Yeah.
See how dangerous they are. See? You want to read?
Yes. One should not hear anything about Krishna from a non-Vaishnava. milk touched by the lips of a serpent has poisonous effects. Similarly, talks about Krishna given by a non-Vaishnava are also poisonous.
But you can say, oh, they are Vaishnav, they are also chanting, they are also.
Yeah, I was thinking like that only, but then today I understood that whatever devotional service they may perform, it is all useless. And today I understood. I have no doubt now regarding this.
Very dangerous. That's why, going to their association is very bad.
Yeah, certainly. Today I realized.
Same Vishwanath Chakravarti is quoted, he's saying here.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that a Vaishnava person initiated into the Vaishnava cult should be offered respect befitting a Vaishnava, which means that he should be offered service and prayers. However, one should not associate with him if he is not a fit person with whom to associate.
Same Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying. Correct?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yes.
So you should be very careful. You understand? If you are not careful, you will hear this thing and then you get polluted. He's saying Prabhupada doesn't know. He knows better. Huh? Look at this guy. Huh? Can you imagine? Huh? Vishwanath Chakravarti is one better. Huh? Prabhupada said, you cannot understand all the previous Acharya unless you hear it from me.
Yeah, I heard.
And he is saying you go direct to Prabhupada, to the other Acharyas. Prabhupada say you must go through the current link.
Yeah.
Understand? You cannot try to jump. All this thing is spoken by Prabhupada.
The message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession and in
You
order.
must speak loudly, because you are recorded, so you're very faint, they cannot hear you. Yeah, that's better.
The message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession, and in order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession.
So how you can go to somebody higher than that? You must go to your spiritual master, and then you have to go from him and then learn. Right? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So this is real hand experience. That's why we say you don't go and associate with them. Correct?
Yeah.
So it's very dangerous.
Yeah. Today, actually, I understood that why their devotional means useless. Yeah.
What happened? Very risky to associate with people who are not following proper instruction.
Yeah.
What happened here? How to stop this?
Mm,
So you see, it's very dangerous to go to people who are not correctly represented, no?
mm,
So if you go to all these kind of people and you associate, you're going to get into trouble.
mm.
Hmm?
Friendship should be cemented between persons with mutual interests and understanding. Such persons are said to be swajati, of the same caste. The devotee should avoid a person whose character is not fixed in the standard understanding, even though he may be a Vaishnava or a devotee of Krishna. If his character is not correctly representative, then he should be avoided. One should steadily control the senses and the mind and strictly follow the rules and regulations. And he should make friendship with persons of the same standard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. He's reading Vishwanath Chakravarti and not coming in the morning for morning Mangalarti. Hmm? So what is he reading? Correct?
Mm,
Hmm? So you ask him to take a pair of kartas, go outside of India and preach and make another movement. Hmm? Like how Prabhupada
He,
did.
he never goes out of the temple, Prabhu.
Hmm. Like a frog in the well, you know. Yes.
Yeah.
So from this incident, you can see how dangerous it is to associate with people who are not in line with what Prabhupada is teaching.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Mm,
That's why
certainly.
it's very dangerous to go to them. All of them are big offenders to Prabhupada.
Uh,
Hmm?
mm,
Yes.
yes, Prabhu.
People who are blaspheming the pure devotee, they cannot make any spiritual advancement. To
Yes,
blaspheme
Prabhu.
the devotees who have dedicated their lives in propagating the holy name of the Lord, Prabhupada, you offend him, then what spiritual life you have? Hmm?
Mm,
Prabhupada said anyone who disobeys is useless.
yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So when they become useless, then they like to speculate.
Mm,
Understand? And Krishna will bewilder their consciousness.
mm,
You understand? Although they are reading the Bhagavatam, you see the same
mm,
Bhagavatam we are also reading, but we are finding
mm,
so much realization, but these guys
yeah.
are finding fault with Prabhupada.
Mm,
See how they are bewildered? Yes.
mm, mm.
So it's very dangerous, this whole business. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Mm,
Among all kind of offense, offense to a pure devotee is the biggest, what we say, the biggest offense. Correct?
yeah.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Mm,
This you can see how they are spiritually, they all are boarding a stone board, you know,
mm,
and the stone board will sink, and so will be the followers.
yeah.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So better be safe than sorry, you know.
Mm.
Hmm? Lucky you have been hearing all the classes here. If you have not been
Yes,
hearing there, you go there,
yeah,
what will happen to you?
yeah. I would have got carried away certainly, for
Yes.
sure. Before this, I was in contact with, in touch with HKM. I was with HKM, but I'm sure that if I would have not come with touch with ISKM, I would have got certainly carried away by their talks, for sure.
Yeah.
Because in HKM topic is any discussion.
Anybody who is offending Prabhupada, they cannot understand his, intrinsic message of the Shastras. Hmm?
Mm. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Can you imagine someone saying like this to Prabhupada? Hmm. Correct? Who's that speaking? Hmm?
Hare Krishna Raj Prabhu, can you please be on mute? Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So dangerous to, especially if someone who's a neophyte, if they're not
Mm.
guided properly, then you see they get contaminated by all these things.
Yeah.
Who's that speaking?
Hare Krishna J Raja, can you please be on mute?
Hmm?
Jay
This,
Raja, could you please mute your microphone? Jay Raja, mute the microphone. Press on the microphone icon. Thank you.
correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you can see how they are polluting the mind of everyone. Although they claim to be in ISKCON, they are trying to kind of blaspheme the founder, Acharya of the movement.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? How you can speak like this? Hmm?
That's what I told them. Means how can you speak like that about a pure devotee? Means then he changed the topic. So,
What to change the topic? He should have said, I'm sorry, I made a big offense. He didn't even say that.
no, Prabhu. No.
Hmm? That means he doesn't accept the apology. You understand?
Yeah. Yes,
He
Prabhu.
is a rascal, Hmm? So if you go there and you eat their food also, what will happen to your consciousness?
Yeah. Certainly it will get contaminated.
Hmm? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you see how dangerous, these guys are all, Hmm? Especially if offending, our spiritual master, Prabhupada. Hmm? Who is a dear servant of Krishna, very dear. Hmm? So I'm sure you have shown this many times. Hmm? Anyone want to read this?
Yeah. In a conversation between Markandeya and Bhagiratha, it is said, my dear king, one who derides an exalted devotee loses the results of his pious activities, his opulence, his reputation, and his sons. Vaishnavas are all great souls. Whoever blasphemes them falls down to the hell known as the Maharorav, accompanied by his forefathers. Whoever kills or burns and whoever is a Vaishnava or angry with him, or whoever does not offer him obeisances or feel joy upon seeing him, certainly falls into a hellish condition.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yes.
mm. Uh, in a conversation between Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj, it is said, those sinful people who blaspheme Vaishnavas, who are all great souls, are subjected very severely to the punishment offered by Yamraj.
So that again, you blaspheme great devotees, you're subject to be punished by Yamaraj, even though you're a devotee. Hmm?
Mm. Those Those who criticize Lord Vishnu and his devotees lose all the benefits accrued in 100 pious births. Such persons rot in the Kumbhipaka hell and are bitten by worms as long as the sun and moon exist. One should therefore not even see the face of persons who blaspheme Lord Vishnu and his devotees. Never try to associate with such persons.
So this is very clear here.
Yes, Prabhu.
You should not even see their face, neither you should associate with them.
Mm.
That means you going there, it's according to the Shastra here, is not recommended. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
You cannot even see their face.
Mm,
Hmm?
mm,
Yes?
yes, Prabhu. If one does not immediately leave upon hearing the Lord or the Lord's devotee blasphemed, he falls down from devotional service. Similarly, Lord Shiva's wife Sati states in Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, if one hears an irresponsible person blaspheme the matter and controller of religion, he should block his ears and go away if unable to punish him. But if one is able to kill, then one should by force cut out the blasphemer's tongue and kill the offender, and after that he should give up his own life.
So see how serious it is to hear blasphemy. Correct?
Mm. Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So I don't think we should go there at all, you know. If they speak like this, it's very dangerous for our spiritual life to associate with them.
Yes, Prabhu. I have actually decided after that incident that I will never enter any ISKCON temple.
Yeah? Very wise move. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
You do not know what else more they are saying and doing.
Yeah.
Huh? And therefore, because they don't have they are blaspheming Prabhupada, they have lost their intelligence and
Mm. Sir.
they cannot preach.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Uh,
They don't get the Shakti to preach. Hmm. So you see from this we can learn how dangerous it is to deviate from the instruction of our spiritual master.
yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? Neither we should associate with them, nor we should be like them also.
Mm.
Minimizing Prabhupada, thinking that they know better. Huh?
Mm.
How offensive it is to even think like this.
Yeah.
Hmm? You understand? Huh? And all these people want to take over Prabhupada's position. That's what it looks like, you know. Hmm? I think this is the verse. See? Hmm? Yes?
If one always follows the orders of the spiritual master, there is no question of falling down. As soon as as soon as a foolish disciple tries to overtake his spiritual master and becomes ambitious to occupy his post, he immediately falls down. Mhm.
Yes? Understand?
Yes,
The
Prabhu.
spiritual master is also considered as an ordinary person, then he loses, the disciple surely loses his chance to advance further. Despite a very rigid life in devotional service. How dangerous?
Mm,
Correct? After many births, you have found a spiritual master like Prabhupada, and after getting into this, you become offensive to him. What kind of a misfortune it is?
yeah.
Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So all this instruction and say Prabhupada books, we are not taking all this from somewhere else. Huh?
Mm,
So why they also have the same books? Why they cannot make progress? Because
because
they are
they are
like this.
offensive.
Yeah, they think the spiritual master is an ordinary man. Hmm?
Yeah.
So that's why our ISKCON, which has started so gloriously by our spiritual master Prabhupada, is very pathetic to see at this stage how it has been misused. Hmm?
Mm,
How to hear blasphemy inside Prabhupada's movement itself? This is very atrocious. Hmm? Correct?
and Prabhu also earlier no this
Hmm.
earlier I was not going there like I started going there just a week before that, and that too I was not regularly going, but and much before that when I was in touch with HKM use HKM devotees used to advise me that you can go there and attend the entire morning program, there is no harm, like that they used to say. And that time I also used to think, okay, after all they are also performing devotional service, like that I was thinking. But today I realized, I mean, it is horrible.
That's why you must, there's a verse Prabhupada saying, what is that verse, huh? That Prabhupada said that if anybody asks you, everyone is okay, Prabhupada, we said, no, everyone is bad, only we are okay. Hmm? I showed it the last time, I think it in 17 CC, huh? I think it is in Adi Lila 17 or something. If someone say they are good, we are good, no, we probably say no, we should say only we are good and others are bad. And it's a fact. Yes?
Yes, yes, sir.
We are also saying same thing. Everyone is bad except us. Hmm? And you see, is proven by you today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? So therefore, we should be very careful, trying to think like you are a pure devotee and you think everybody is all right, you see everybody the good side and you don't know how to make distinction, then it's going to be dangerous. Yes? Yes or not?
Mm.
Hmm? So be careful though. Don't try to wander away now.
Yes, Prabhu. Sure.
Huh? That's why Prabhupada many times say, no, walking on a razor's edge, no?
Mm.
Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions?
Any other questions, please ask. It is in the chat. Let me check if it's in the chat. Don't see anything in the chat yet.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hmm.
Please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Shri Prabhupada.
Yes.
Yes. So, concerning this topic, maybe we can discuss further.
Hmm.
So they will say, okay, you're saying that we are useless, but some might say, well, we are building at the moment the Vedic planetarium, which is the biggest temple in the world, and it's linked to the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. So what about that? Isn't that a proof that we are bona fide? That could be a counter argument.
Yeah, no doubt you're building this thing. You're building it for us to take over,
Right.
Because you're building it and you're splitting up and nobody wants to do anything. Everybody is leaving. What's the use of your building? Hmm? Already you're fighting like cats and dogs. Yes? Already 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct? So who's going to run the thing? Unless you preach, nobody will come. Hmm? Otherwise, like any other place, you just make money out of it, no? They're already planning. So many groups, they want to capitalize on it and make money. Correct?
Yeah, they've already stolen a lot of money from that project.
Hmm?
They've already stolen a lot of millions of dollars from that project.
Yes, yes. That's all you will think. How to, just like Prabhupada said, no, show the deity and make money, no? Correct? Huh? Is it not?
Yeah, the business.
So we should be careful that we don't get into this kind of pitfall, Our core business is to please Prabhupada. And how to please him is to preach Krishna consciousness. And to preach Krishna consciousness, you need to practice all the rules and regulations as it is. Yes. So therefore, we should be very careful to learn from their mistakes. The same thing happened to Gaudiya Math. Prabhupada warned us so many times, don't get into this. And after Prabhupada left, they followed the same thing. And you can see 50 years down the line, what is they accomplished? Huh? I want to know. Correct?
Right.
Then they may ask, but what have you done also? You also, what you talk so much, what have you doing? Correct? Give us the facilities that you took from Prabhupada and you see what we do.
Right.
Right.
We have to start from ground up.
Yeah. And every time you speak about what we have been, what demon, you demonize us, you ostracize us, you put all kind of difficulty, correct? Right? Give us the same chance. Open race, correct? I think even with all this pressure, we are doing remarkably well. I think with a small group of people, small group of devotees, I think our accomplishment is quite, I would say, glorious. Yes? Yes or not?
Yeah, sure.
So we go on with our work, you know. The rascals will do nonsense. We just carry on our preaching and we'll show by example. Better to show them. Huh?
Mm. Seems like one Mataji is having some conflicts. She wrote in the chat, Ganga Kumari Mataji. She says that she came to Krishna consciousness through ISKCON Dwarka. Now she's seeing conflict between us and ISKCON. So she's not feeling well, and she says that ISKCON devotee explains so nicely. So I think she's not so much aware of all the evidences supporting the Riddick system.
Oh, she says they are very nice, is it?
Well, she's saying they explain nicely, you know.
Oh, what they explain? What are they explaining very nicely by offending Prabhupada? I want to know. Just now this devotee is saying he went there and they are blaspheming Prabhupada. How is that they explain nicely by offending Prabhupada? Correct?
The mood in ISKCON seems to be that, yes, there are some useless people out there, but there are some sincere also. That's what everybody will say. Almost, you know, my guru is bona fide, but yes, there are some cheater guru in ISKCON also.
But let's hear from what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada said, anyone who disobeys my orders is useless. So you know more than Prabhupada? Huh? Prabhupada now said the sincere one are useful and non-sincere one. Prabhupada said, anyone who disobeys, they are useless. And anyone follows useless people, how can they be useful? Does it make any sense? Logical sense? Tell me. Correct?
And so he was accepting Narayan Maharaj as a great scholar. That devotee, so-called devotee.
How do you know? How do you know? I want to know, how do you know? Correct?
Yes.
How do you know he is a great person?
Yeah.
He can be a great person by offending and envying another Vaishnava. You are super envious of Prabhupada. And anyone who's envious of another Vaishnava, Krishna doesn't support that person at all. Yes? And he was very envious of Prabhupada. So how he can be very successful by envying a very topmost devotee that Prabhupada, Krishna sent down, is in Prabhupada? Tell me. Hello? Can you tell me that? Huh?
Yeah.
Today you came out of that place. Why? Because they are envious of Prabhupada, correct?
Yes, yes.
Narayan Maharaj say, Prabhupada is not given everything. I am giving you. So he is what? And what kind of a Vaishnava is it? They're going and stealing all the other devotees from Prabhupada? Is that big Vaishnava? Reinitiating somehow. Prabhupada was super angry when Bon Maharaj did to one of his disciples. Huh? Hello?
Even Sridhar Maharaj also reinitiated some disciples.
Yes. Jaitirtha, he went there after he fell down. He went and stayed in the Sridhar camp. How you can become successful by offending Prabhupada? Tell me. Hmm? Correct? Hello?
Yes.
Hmm? This is because you don't know. You cannot see. You're not advanced. So you will be what?
Carried away.
What?
Carried away by them. One can
Yes.
get his.
You cannot understand because you cannot see. You need to associate with the pure devotee, then yes, you know. But if you offend pure devotee, how you can understand? Correct? Yes
Yes,
or not?
Prabhu.
Hmm? Practically, I mean, Gaudiya Math is non-existent. Nobody knows anymore. Huh? That anybody knows Gaudiya Math? I don't know. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, why? Because offending? You offend, then that's it, it's finished. Correct? Hello? Hmm? So try
Yes.
to be careful, you know. Don't think this is all some joke, you know. Krishna is very careful. Yeah? Ganga Kumari, yeah? Prabhuji, why is happening this kind of conflict? Generally, I believe there is no kind of conflict between devotees. I came in Krishna Kant to ISKCON Dwaraka, but here I am seeing conflict between you. Recently, I am suffering from depression. ISKCON devotee explained so nicely. Oh, really? So then you can go there. Nobody is saying to come here. Yes? Hello? Who is this Ganga Kumari? Huh?
I think we should know if she has seen any of the video we have prepared on the Ritvik system, because if she hasn't been exposed to the proofs of the Ritvik system, then of course she would be kind of taken aback.
No, you go there. Nobody is saying you must come here, correct? And somehow you are suffering from depression. So don't come here because you will become more depressed. Huh? Yes. In the whole Kali Yuga, where is the place there is no conflict? I want to know. Even in your house also there is conflict, correct? Yes or not? Who is this Ganga Kumari? Are you there? Hello? Are you there? Hare Krishna? Is she around? Huh? Hello?
Hare Krishna, Ganga Mataji, are you able to hear? You can explain. Okay, she's chatting. Came to
Huh?
Krishna consciousness for last 4 months. So she's new. So
Oh,
she
she's
just
new.
came.
She's
Yeah.
new. So ask her where she can find a place there's no conflict. I would also like to go there. Huh? Tell me. Huh? Tell me. Correct? The only place where there's no conflict is where you have Krishna. And Krishna will only be there when they are truthful devotees who are following 100% what Prabhupada is saying. Yes? Hmm? Will Krishna be there when someone is offending his pure devotee? Tell me. Hmm? Speaking nicely is not the criteria.
Yeah.
Speaking, Prabhupada say, must quote the scriptures. Hello. Nicely, anyone can speak what? Some man can speak very sweetly to the woman and he will completely mesmerize her. Yes? Hello. The kind of person who sweet talk are the dangerous people. Huh? Hello.
Yeah.
Is it not?
What is your mama food?
Hello. So someone can help her, this Ganga Kumari, huh?
She don't know anything about
What?
Prabhu.
What?
Maybe she don't know about Rit yet. Prabhu.
She is new, maybe someone can guide her, you know. You can also speak to her very nicely. Huh? Here we don't speak very nicely, is a problem. So we have another question by Beena Bishchit. Is she here also?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
You are here?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. Yes, Prabhu, even ISKCON devotee, they also say that now full-time devotees are no more in the temple. Devotees now saying, why only we do preaching, why only we conduct classes, why others not going, why others are not doing seva. What is this? Huh? What you
No,
saying? Can you
Prabhuji.
explain?
Actually, Prabhuji, I was telling the situation of ISKCON. I came in contact with one of the devotee from ISKCON. So she said that here the devotees, the full-time devotees are like there is a conflict between the devotees. Why only we do seva? Why only we do classes? So I was just telling the situation of ISKCON. And it's about the Dwarika only, the devotees from Delhi. So she used to go to Dwarika and she said all these things about ISKCON.
So in ISKCON, they are not conducting classes.
No, Prabhuji, like,
Okay.
yes, Prabhuji.
They're not doing any seva. What they're doing? Eating and sleeping or what?
What she
No,
means to say is there are conflicts even within ISKCON Dwarka where the services are not harmonized and the people are trying to push services onto each other. Why I should be doing more and he is doing less, kind of that.
I thought when you chant Hare Krishna, you say, Krishna, give me more service, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So are they chanting Hare Krishna?
They are, but like there is a conflict. Why only I do, others should go. And now the devotees are going out for jobs, and she was saying these things.
This is bound to happen when you offend the spiritual master, then materialistic desires will manifest in the heart. Understand? And again, you want to go back to all your old thing, you know, because you don't find any more happiness in Krishna consciousness. Correct?
Yes,
So when you get material desires, then you either go out to become again a karmi, to make money, to enjoy the senses, or you will become a Mayavad. Do you follow? So it's happening. People are leaving, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
So it is very dangerous to do, say what they are getting, they are no more getting inspired.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's why it's very dangerous to go to their camp because they all are offended Prabhupada. What is this ISKCON Dwaraka? Where is that? Is it in Dwaraka or is it in Delhi? Where is this place?
Delhi.
Delhi, Prabhuji.
Why they call it Dwaraka? Dwaraka is there, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
They want to bring Dwaraka to Delhi?
There is an area inside Delhi called Dwarka.
Why? Tell me. What is it? Where area? What area is that?
Exactly, I don't know, Prabhuji, but it's in Delhi only.
It's in Delhi, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But why they call it Dwaraka?
Dwarka is a place in Delhi, I guess.
Oh, this is a place in Delhi, huh? Oh, that's why they call it. So here, see, Ramachandra Puri was thus denounced by Madhavendra Puri due to his offense. Gradually, material desire appear within him. You see this? The moment you offend, then all these material desires will come into the heart. Anyone want to read this?
Anyone please want to?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ramachandra Puri was thus denounced by Madhavendra Puri due to his offense. Gradually, material desire appeared within him. Purport. The word vasana, material desires, refers to dry speculative knowledge. Such speculative knowledge is only material. As confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.4, a person without devotional service who simply wants to know things, kevala bodha labdaye, gains only dry speculative knowledge but no spiritual profit. This is confirmed in the Bhakti Sundar, wherein it is said, even though one is liberated in this life, if one offends the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he falls down in the midst of material desires, of which dry speculation about spiritual realization is one. In his Laghu Toshani commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.32, Jiva Goswami says, even if one is liberated in this life, he becomes addicted to material desires because of offenses to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A similar quotation from one of the Puranas also appears in the Vishnu Bhakti Chandrodaya. Even liberated souls sometimes fall down to material desires, but those who fully engage in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead are not affected by such desires. These are references from authoritative revealed scriptures. If one becomes an offender to his spiritual master or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he falls down to the material platform to merely speculate.
So the moment the person offends Prabhupada, then all these kind of desires come back again. So they want to go back again to their material life. Yes. So therefore nobody want to become full-time.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Correct. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So the person have no more taste, enthusiasm is no more there. When the offenses start, then first thing happens is that you lose your enthusiasm. Utsaham nishaya daryat. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Then you don't want to serve Krishna anymore. That is how material life starts. The moment the living entity turns his face away from Krishna, immediately Maya captures him. And then again he starts his materialistic life again. Yes? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So therefore we should be very careful, devotees. We should always check where we are going, what is going on with us. Correct? Yes or not? Due to this external energy, the living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of material nature, thinks himself as a material product and thus undergoes the reaction of material miseries. So the moment he leaves Krishna, then Maya captures him and then he starts thinking, he's the body. No, I need to work, I have to maintain myself, I have to, all these kind of thoughts will come back again. Yes. So how dangerous it is. So spiritually, we should be very careful. When some things like this happen, we are losing our enthusiasm, we should pray, Krishna, what happened? Please forgive me. pray to the Vaishnavas, pray to Krishna. Correct? Yes. So these are all very dangerous kinds of thought, Then he think, no, I will work and then I will give some money to the temple. In this way, temple also will get money, As though Krishna needs your money. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has got unlimited wealth, opulence. So he needs your lousy little dollars. So devotees who are contaminated, they think like that. But devotees who are surrendered, they don't care. Whether you beat me or kill me, my Lord, you are my worshipable Lord unconditionally. He doesn't want any wealth, he doesn't want any woman, he doesn't want any followers. Na danam, na janam, na sundarim kavita. So this kind of thought is there, and that kind of thought is also there. So which kind of thought do we want? So we are taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to become free from all these anarthas. And here we are going back to all that. There is something wrong somewhere. Is it not? Hello? Huh? Bina, is it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is dangerous. To think like this, to become again a karmi. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Another question. Shadi Rawa. Please accept my humble obeisance. I have heard some of their devotees say that Srila Prabhupada only said that Lord Jesus is a pure devotee to attract Christians into the Hare Krishna movement. They're basically calling him a liar. So what to say? Prabhupada said Jesus Christ is a pure devotee. He said it pure devotee. He never changes words. Anyone who preaches Krishna consciousness is also preaching Krishna consciousness. So how you cannot be a pure devotee? Prabhupada said, Muhammad also similarly.
In few of the, yes, in one of the Lilamrita, Prabhupada had this visit in one of the not Christians, but in one of the places where the Jesus Christ was crucified, and he completely became teary-eyed. And this was witnessed by the devotees, and they have just testified that. And he wanted the photo to move away from his sight because he wasn't able to bear that.
No. The incident was when someone showed him the picture of Prabhupada, Jesus Christ hanging from the cross,
Yeah.
So he was very upset by seeing that, how you like to see a picture of this, your father hanging on the cross and suffering?
Yes.
So therefore we should we should be careful, because you can always say anything, but to say something like that to Prabhupada, it's very bad, no? Yes. You cannot understand the mind of a pure devotee. You follow? And if he is saying so many things which is very, very correct, then this one thing is wrong, is it? How is it possible? Vaishnava Kriya Mudra, You cannot try to just understand or speculate on why the spiritual master is saying this and that. You just have to accept. Prabhupada went not only to attract Christians, he attracted everybody, Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
The same book is using everywhere, the same language is spoke everywhere, correct? So to speculate like this is not very correct, huh? Mr. Shadi Rawa, who is this?
It's me, Prabhu.
Huh? You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we should be careful not to make all this kind of crazy mistake. At least we don't get into it, you know. And anyway, who is a Christian and who is a Muslim nowadays? Are they all following their Christianity or Muslim religion? Huh? Tell me. Huh?
No, Prabhu.
No? So what is that he has to gamble on Christians? He went to preach and whoever followed him, he delivered them. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? We are very inspired from Prabhupada. So if you get very much inspired from Prabhupada, this Ganga Kumari, yeah? So why don't you follow him directly? That's what we are trying to do. And that's what ISKCON is not doing. Hmm? Hello? Hmm? We are following 100% the teaching of Prabhupada. We are not trying to deviate from any of his instruction. And someone who is deviating from instruction and you're finding them very pleasant, how is it possible? Obviously looks like you're not understanding things properly. I would recommend you to associate with our devotees and learn. Where are you from? Hello? Are you from here? Or where are you from?
Ganga Kumari Mataji, if you can speak up or you can just chat the information which has been asked, then we'll be able to help to coordinate it. That's the idea.
Hello? Is she here? So someone can help her, huh?
From Bihar.
She from Bihar?
Yes, yes.
So you try to help her, huh? Understand?
Yes, yes.
So who is this Satvika Banduru?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Who is this Satvika Banduru? Is she from here?
Yes,
Is he here? Is he here?
Yeah, I'm there, Prabhuji.
Oh, it's you, is it?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. So I was thinking, what's the condition of some sincere devotees whose morning program is very pakka? They do good book distribution, services, deity worship, and who bring new students like me into Krishna consciousness. What's the condition of them who got initiated with other Maharajas and who are still very strong in Krishna consciousness, preaching wise or service wise? I was thinking about that. That question had been pricking me for quite a while. So I thought of getting it clarified from you, Prabhuji.
You want to read this?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who mislead people by directing them to the path of destruction as described in the previous verse are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them.
A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell and their followers go with them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to digest, Prabhuji, seeing them so strong, going well in Krishna consciousness, but still following a wrong leader.
Sorry to interrupt, Prabhu. This particular devotee, in regard to this particular question, this particular devotee, he was doing Mangal Arati entire morning program. Every day he was coming, but they do all the morning program, distribute books, everything they do. But finally, what they do, they say that Prabhupada's commentary is incomplete, or Prabhupada has not given us enough. So all that they do, and they nullify, and when they blaspheme Prabhupada, it becomes nullified. That's what I feel. Because therefore I said that I feel all of them to be useless. Yes.
You can see who's that children. Someone can mute.
Prabhuji, it's my daughter. I'm going on mute.
So you can see that which way ISKCON is going. Yes, you look. They're contributing. They're doing so many things against the instruction of the Shastra. Yes, and especially going against Prabhupada's instruction. So they may seems like momentarily doing good, I mean, doing all their programs, but it's like Prabhupada used to say, like a fan, you know, when you put the switch off, it doesn't stop immediately. There's a momentum. So eventually the fan will stop. It's going to be a matter of time. Yes. Hello.
Hello, yes, Prabhuji. So anytime they might get affected, you mean to say, Prabhuji?
They're already affected. It's a matter of time.
Okay.
Some places the disease is seen more clearly, and some places it may take a little time longer, but the machine is dead already. You understand?
Prabhuji, in this entire thing, what is the role of Krishna? Because they are surrendered to Krishna, and Krishna
They cannot
protects.
surrender. They cannot surrender to Krishna by offending a pure devotee. That's not possible. You understand?
So whatever they're doing, like morning program or deity worship, all that is going in vain, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhupada said useless. Prabhupada said here, Prabhupada said if you offend, then you become useless. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji, I've seen that.
You've seen that verse, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, I've seen that.
So how can you be useful when Prabhupada himself saying you become useless?
Yeah, okay, Prabhuji.
Huh? Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So a person who cannot see, then they will think, oh, everything seems nice on the surface. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. It's another kind of Maya.
Yes. Maya, yes, is very expert in tricking the devotee. Correct?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
So we have to be careful, you know. We have to therefore learn how to see from the eyes of the Shastra and Guru and Krishna and devotees. Otherwise, we become bewildered, just like this boy was saying today, Satyam, right? Huh? He went to the other camp, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And he really saw.
Yeah.
Now he don't want to go back there. Again?
Especially when this Ritvik topic come, they just they bring out all nonsense and they try to defend themselves in every way. I don't know why there's so much hardship to accept what Srila Prabhupada has told as it is. They say that instruction is as per time and circumstance. That's so, and I just think an Acharya's words cannot be like regarding her time and circumstance and then expire, right? It's like
The
forever.
moment it says here, it is number 9, no? The moment you have an opinion separate from the spiritual master, then they become, it says here in the next one, see here. Some disciples strictly accepted the order of the Acharya, and others deviated independently according to their own opinions under the spell of Devi Maya. Correct? This verse
Yes.
describes the beginning of a scheme when disciples schism, when a disciple do not stick to the principle of accepting the order of the spiritual master, immediately there are two opinions. Any opinion different from the opinion of the spiritual master is useless. One cannot infiltrate materially concocted idea into a spiritual advancement. That is deviation. There's no scope of adjusting spiritual advancement to material ideas. You understand?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
They become useless. So a person who is useless, and if you follow them, you become useful.
No, Prabhuji.
Correct. So we should not become bewildered by seeing the external thing.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Yes.
Prabhu, in connection to this, actually we had one of our youth devotees who was with us for almost 1.5 years. He left our association because out of his so-called findings, his so-called analysis, the Ritvik system was bogus. So-called analysis, because he claimed too many things, and like especially when I recommended him to watch the Nimanita Prabhu's video debunking Bhakti Swami, he said I found faults in that too. I immediately cut his call. I did not speak to him henceforth.
So what is the fault when Prabhupada said very clearly that I will make some officiating acharya? Is that called Ritvik? Prabhupada said Ritvik, yes?
Yes, Prabhu. His concern is, apparently, the instruction of the acharya is consistent throughout from the beginning till the end, and apparently Ritvik system was not, consistent, because Prabhupada was not consistent regarding the Ritvik system. That's what.
So that means Prabhupada is bogus, huh? And why you go to ISKCON also? You should leave the movement completely. Yes?
Yes.
If Prabhupada is the guru for ISKCON or for Ritvik or everything, and if you think Prabhupada is not consistent, you're finding fault with him, then why go to ISKCON also? Argument wise, is it not?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Really, yeah. What he says is, so which means that Ritvik system is not proper.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
So this is crazy.
Really upset, especially after such a detailed presentation from Nimanita Prabhu. I'm not aware of anybody who can find a single piece of fault in that.
But this man has found, no?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu. It's so unfortunate. In fact, he was with us for the past 1.5 years. He was agreeing to the retreat system. You know, he even helped us in so many services and all of that.
What's his name?
Prabhu Dheeraj Prabhu.
Oh, very good. Let him go and figure it out, no? Correct?
Yes, actually, since the past few months itself, he was falling into that one sentimental thing about your Gaur Govinda Swami and all of this. He was listening to lectures by Gaur Govinda Swami and his disciples, and then he was becoming too he was having a sentimental feeling towards them.
See, this is what happens, right? He think he's so advanced, started going to think that he can figure it out, correct? And now he found Prabhupada also bogus. Prabhupada's clear-cut instruction to a clear-cut question is bogus. Right?
Yes,
this is dangerous. This is why it is so dangerous to think that you know better,
Absolutely.
Yes? So good luck to him. I'm sure he will become a very pure devotee by his actions.
And I told him the same thing. You found faults in Nimanita Prabhu's video, you can go clarify with him. I'm not speaking to you henceforth. I just cut his call immediately.
Oh, too bad, no? Let him go and get his finger burned,
Yes, Prabhu. And in fact, what he told me is that even he doesn't agree with the ISKCON TPC system either.
So I said to start something on his own now.
Absolutely. Kind of like where I was along with this person called Hanuman Das from Croatia before I came to ISKM. This person called Hanuman Das was from Croatia. He had his opinion that any disciple of Prabhupada can be a so-called regular guru, quote unquote regular guru. And no, the ISKCON GBC system is bogus. Ritviks are bogus. Everybody's bogus. We need to start a new system of our own.
That's why Krishna killed him, no?
Yes.
He died. The
Yes,
coronavirus is more bona fide, no?
I heard.
Huh?
Yes, I was following him before I came to ISKM and good, really.
People like him, they think that they are the ones, the pure devotee, Everyone else is bogus except them, Simply making command left, right, and center as though he knows everything.
Yes, I mean, he made some real bad articles I cannot describe. In fact, I regret that I had fallen into such an association or condemn upon me.
Bhaktisiddhanta used to quote this verse, I think.
Should I read, Prabhu?
11:22, huh?
Should I read, Prabhu?
No, I think it is 11:28.
Whoever indulges in praising or criticizing the qualities and behavior of others will quickly become deviated from his own best interest by his entanglement in illusory dualities.
Understand?
This is a crystal clear verse. Yes, Prabhu.
We should not get into this, And this guy's job is only that.
Yes.
Criticizing and criticizing and criticizing. And what is he doing? Is he giving out some free food or doing some program or something? Nothing?
Absolutely nothing. Zero.
Yeah? So therefore, this is kind of this kind of behavior is not very, what we say, acceptable. We should try, of course, we should try to explain that also with scriptures, and not in the mood of trying to show that you are better than everybody, you know. You have to explain what your position with Krishna. Like, yeah, we also criticize. We don't say we don't criticize, but we are explaining with quotations of the scriptures.
Yes.
Where you ask this now the question, why we should not associate with all these people, and we are showing. Prabhupada said, milk touched by the lips of a serpent creates poisonous effect. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. So that's not criticism, that is to educate.
Yes.
But to simply say everybody is bad and from hearsay and, you know, we're not conclusive evidence and all this is dangerous. This is what happens here.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand?
Yes.
So we should be very careful. We should try to point out the defects based on Sadhu Shastra Guru. You understand? Prabhupada said, like Gandhi didn't go back. Why? Prabhupada said, because he's not following the scriptures. And Prabhupada showed where? You see, doing too much fasting and all this kind of thing is not recommended. He's not actually upholding Krishna's teachings, although he claims to be a so-called Hindu. So why? Prabhupada is giving explanation. Like that, every kind of guy was out there claiming to be a big preacher. Prabhupada points out their faults based on scripture. You know? So this is how we learn. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Similarly, we are also doing the same thing. Why the ISKCON gurus are bad, he's asking. So we are explaining why they are bad. And he went and he experienced and he's also giving testimony. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we should be very careful. We also don't want to commit Vaishnava aparadh. Why? Why? We have nothing else to do. Yes?
Yes.
So this is how we should learn. Not become a sentimentalist. No, everybody is good, he's good, he's good, that person, no, everyone is good. Huh? This is a vision of the first class. And if you are not in that first class position, if you try to behave as such, you will fall down also.
Absolutely.
You cannot imitate. Understand?
Yes.
So you must know side by side what is the real thing and what is the false thing. That way you can make advancement.
Yes, Prabhu.
Otherwise, like this now, the lady is saying, this Ganga, what's her name, Ganga Kumari, whoever. Oh, everybody good, no? I went to ISKCON, they also good, and everybody good, yeah? In fact, we are bad, you say, we criticize, yeah? You see?
Even Prabhupada was, Prabhupada also was, many people used to say that Prabhupada criticized too many people. That's why he was so-called.
Prabhupada didn't criticize, he called them rascals.
That's one step above.
Yeah, and if you read the Bhagavatam, you know these guys are really rascals.
Yes, Prabhu, absolutely.
So therefore you have to learn to hear from a pure devotee. If you don't hear from a pure devotee, then you become bewildered.
Yes.
You understand? Because you cannot see. You don't know what is right, what is wrong, what is... For example, I was preaching in America in 1982 or 83, no, 83, 84. 84, yeah. There are a lot of Gujaratis and they're all Swami Narayan followers. It's also a big group, you know.
Yes, Prabhu.
So then they also come to our Sunday program. So one of them was showing me a passage from the Bhagavatam. It says, I will come as Swami Narayan, I said, wow, this is very amazing, Swami Narayan. So then I don't know how to counter that. Then I heard Prabhupada's class, and Prabhupada said, this Swami Narayan is bogus.
Yes, Prabhu.
So why is he bogus? Because he said, if Krishna asks me to eat meat, I will not. Even if Krishna asks me to eat meat, I will not. He said like that. And Prabhupada said, it is bogus. If Krishna asks you to do something, you must do. You cannot say, you will go beyond Krishna and say no. Just like Yudhishthira, Krishna asked him to tell a lie. He refused and he said, Aswatthama is dead, and he added softly the elephant. Because of that, he has to see hell, at least in his, dream stage.
Yes, Prabhu.
So therefore, Prabhupada, if he could tell, I did not know, I don't know. So Prabhupada, this is the business of Guru, to enlighten the disciples how to understand.
Yes, Prabhu.
Otherwise, I also don't know how to preach. I learn. You understand? It's for our benefit. He's teaching us like that about Sai Baba, Ali Baba. So many Babas Prabhupada is pointing out their defects.
Yes, Prabhu.
How they're contradicting. There's like this Arbindo. Prabhupada said he is a fool.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we should know, we should learn from our Guru.
Absolutely.
If you don't learn, then how you will know? You will not know. In my case, I do not know. I clearly admit I don't know. You follow?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we have to hear. That is how we become strong.
Yes, Prabhu. Actually, in the early stages of Krishna consciousness, I was having I was viewing Prabhupada with skepticism, because Prabhupada, said something about Shankaracharya, and then I gradually went on to eventually properly understand the position of Shankaracharya, because I was a fanatic follower of Shankaracharya before coming to Krishna consciousness. And then after Prabhupada, after hearing a whole part of who is Shankaracharya, what is his mission, like what did he come here for, and that's when I actually understood the position of Shankaracharya, and now it's pretty clear.
Yes. If you don't hear from Prabhupada, then how you will understand anything?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
You want to read this?
Yes, Prabhu. Only one who can learn the process of nescience and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessing.
Correct. You must learn what is knowledge and what is ignorance. Yes or not? Otherwise you will be cheated. You don't know.
Yes,
It is not that simply you come to Hare Krishna and become a fool,
Absolutely.
What? You come to Hare Krishna and become a sentimentalist, foolish sentimental. Yes? Tell me.
Prabhupada teaches us not to become a sentimentalist.
Yes. You have to learn what is this and what is that. If you don't know, then you'll be cheated. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
And how you learn? You have to learn from the spiritual master. Not you can learn on your own. What? You learn on your own. Tell me. Hello? Can you learn on their own? Huh? Possible?
Impossible.
Ah, it's impossible. You simply don't know. You don't know nothing, and you're learning from Krishna and Prabhupada. You cannot go to Krishna anyway. If you have, just now you said no. You think that Shankaracharya is a great guy, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh? He came to bewilder all these atheistic people. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So therefore we have to be not stupid, no.
Absolutely.
Whole idea of Krishna is to teaching Arjuna to become a fool or what? Huh?
No.
Yes. Is it?
Yes.
In certain cases, Prabhu, we have a hard time, to become humble, because we think that we know so many things, but then, especially being in India, that when headweight will be there, that we are the ambassadors of this so-called Hindu Dharma, as they say, this Hindu Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. We know so many things, but then when Prabhupada says something, we have a hard time accepting that, because it is not matching with what we have so-called learned before.
Yeah, because you're Hindu, no?
Yes.
Right? A Hindu means what? A Hindu means a confused person. Correct?
Wow, nice.
Yes.
A Hindu is actually studying Confucianism.
Confucianism.
It's confused. Can you read this?
Yes, Prabhu. This one, Prabhu? Yeah.
Read this.
Yes, Prabhu. A sincere student should not neglect the
Not
discussion.
loud enough, your voice.
Prabhu, now can you hear me?
I think you have to speak loudly.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yeah, now better.
Yes, Prabhu. A sincere student should not neglect the discussion of such conclusions, considering them controversial, for such discussions strengthen the mind. Thus, one's mind becomes attached to Sri Krishna.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Read the purport.
Yes, Prabhu. Purport. There are many students who, in spite of reading the Bhagavad Gita, misunderstand Krishna because of imperfect knowledge and conclude him to be an ordinary historical personality. This one must not do. One should be particularly careful to understand the truth about Krishna. If because of laziness one does not come to know Krishna conclusively, one will be misguided about the cult of devotion, like those who declare themselves advanced devotees and imitate the transcendental symptoms sometimes observed in liberated souls. Although the use of thoughts and arguments is a most suitable process for inducing an uninitiated person to become a devotee, neophytes in devotional service must always alertly understand Krishna through the vision of the revealed scriptures, the bona fide devotees, and the spiritual master. Unless one hears about Sri Krishna from such authorities, one cannot make advancement in devotion to Sri Krishna. The revealed scriptures mention 9 means of attaining devotional service, of which the first and foremost is hearing from authority. The seed of devotion cannot sprout unless watered by the process of hearing and chanting. One should submissively receive the transcendental messages from spiritually advanced sources and chant the very same messages for one's own benefit as well as the benefit of one's audience. When Brahma described the situation of pure devotees freed from the culture of empiric philosophers who are on the path of devotion, following the footsteps of such liberated souls who are able to vibrate real transcendental sound, can lead to the highest stage of devotion, and thus one can become a Mahabhagavat. From teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatan Goswami, CC Madhya Lila, chapter 22, verse 65, we learn a person who is expert in understanding the conclusion of the revealed scriptures and who fully surrenders to the cause of the Lord is actually able to deliver others from the clutches of material existence. Srila Rupa Goswami in his Upadeshamrita, verse 3, advises that to make rapid advancement in the cult of devotional service, one should be very active and should persevere in executing the duties specified in the revealed scriptures and confirmed by the spiritual master. According to the path of liberated souls and the association of pure devotees enriches such activity. Imitation devotees who wish to advertise themselves as elevated Vaishnavas and who therefore imitate the previous acharyas but do not follow them in principle are condemned in the words of Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.24 as stone-hearted. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented on their stone-hearted condition as follows. Those who shed tears by practice but whose hearts have not changed are to be known as stone-hearted devotees of the lowest grade. Their imitation crying induced by artificial practice is always condemned. The desired change of heart referred to above is visible in the reluctance to do anything not congenial to the devotional way. To create such change of heart, conclusive discussion about Sri Krishna and his potencies is absolutely necessary. False devotees may think that simply shedding tears will lead one to the transcendental plane, even if one has not had a factual change in heart. But such a practice is useless if there is no transcendental realization. False devotees, lacking the conclusion of transcendental knowledge, think that artificially shedding tears will deliver them. Similarly, other false devotees think that studying books of the previous acharyas is unadvisable, like studying dry empiric philosophies. But Srila Jiva Goswami, following the previous acharyas, has inculcated the conclusions of the scriptures in 6 theses called the Shat Sandarbhas. False devotees who have very little knowledge of such conclusions fail to achieve pure devotion for want of zeal in accepting the favorable conditions for devotional service given by self-realized devotees. Such false devotees are like impersonalists who also consider devotional service no better than ordinary fruitive actions.
So you see from here how a devotee must learn, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Side by side he must learn.
Yes.
Not that he simply runs away, from discussion. Whereas we have no problem. Whatever anyone says, we check with the Shastra, whether it is right or wrong.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
By doing this kind of discussion, strengthen the mind.
Yes,
Does
Prabhu.
one's mind become attached to Krishna? Just now we read mantra 11, you must know what is wrong, what is right. Then you can become strong. Yes? So we should know what is wrong also. We cannot simply, just follow this and something is wrong, we don't know. Then we don't know how to distinguish. So what is right, what is wrong, we must hear from the lips of our spiritual master. Then we will know.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand?
Yes.
We cannot try to supersede the order of a spiritual master. That's not possible. Our Guru, spiritual master, Prabhupada said, this is wrong, then we should accept.
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand? Therefore, we should be very careful in this point. No? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So this is how we get to learn. Correct?
Yes.
Driti, yeah? How do we curb the material desires? Should they surface up? Furthermore, are the material desires arisen from Vaishnava aparat, different from material desire due to our anarthas? So material desires for neophyte devotee beginning in Krishna consciousness, it is there. So we have to practice our sadhana more and more seriously. And by gradually they will all disappear when you get hold of When you become fixed up in Krishna consciousness, as I was saying, you go from the nama aparad state by chanting full of material desires and offenses. Then you come to the offenseless state, neutral. And then you develop love for Krishna, the Prema Bhakti stage. So initially, all these things are going to happen. That's why we have been prescribed rules and regulations by our spiritual master to follow very strictly. Yes, the more and more we strictly follow, then by and by, our heart will become purified. The process, yes, just like a child, if he wants to walk, he has to fall down. We cannot have a child who doesn't fall down. That's not possible, correct? But when he learns how to walk perfectly, then there's no fall down. Correct? Ah, yes. But that is easily done if we follow and keep in the association of devotees. Then yes, we will be protected from all these anarthas when they all are in our heart. That's why we now cannot see Krishna. The moment we give up all this and become purified, then Krishna will automatically sit in our heart. Yes. Hello. That's why we have to practice our devotional service unfailingly. Prabhupada said, no, here in Bhagavad Gita, avyabhicharena, unfailing, without fail. One who engages in pure full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances. You see that? That one transcends the modes of material nature and thus come to the level of Brahman. So this unfailing is very important, steady. Then yes, all this disturbance will disappear from our heart. That's the process. It could be material desire, it could be Vaishnava aparad, it could be many things, no, because we are now in the neophyte stage. Could be our eating the food. Yes. Hello. So therefore we need to learn what to do, what not to do, how to do. So we become more fixed up, nistha. That will take some time, no? It's not an overnight process. That's why Krishna says here, unfailingly, every day, every day, every day. Not that I do for 3 days and 4th day I sleep. Oh, I already did 3 days Mangalarti, you know. Tomorrow I can take a rest. No, no problem. Huh? Yes? Hello? What does the unfailing means? Unfailing means what? Without any stoppages, any fixed up every day, every day. Then you see, we become, what do we say, you transcend the modes of material nature, then everything becomes very clear. Then no more fall down. But if we are not fixed up, then there's a problem. And material desires will come back again in our heart. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Then this now the Mataji was saying they all going off away from full time, they get back to their material life again. One by one, all these desires will come back in the heart. So we have to learn. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. Yes. Any other questions? No more questions, huh?
I think, Prabhu, there is one in chat.
What's that?
In the chat, Prabhu. I'll read it out. I think Divya Mataji is saying. Prabhuji, out of enthusiasm, if I explain to someone every day too much about Srila Prabhupada, sincere devotees, and the importance, the and urgency or necessity of Krishna consciousness movement, the listener became overloaded by these topics and says, you are like that Muslim people who blares azan, too loud and noisy. How to respond to this kind of situation? Do I need to stop preaching to that particular person? But whenever they want to talk, all I like to talk about is regarding devotees and Sri Krishna. When they don't understand, how to make them understand?
So when you preach, you can only speak how the audience can accept, you know. If you try to give more, they cannot accept, then this is what will happen. That's why it's best to teach the basic things first, you know, that you are not the body, how you are troubled by the mind, how if you cannot control the mind, what happens. Rather than going to more detailed instructions and all, and they forget, frightened, you know, because they don't want to do. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you just have to be learning how to give them the basics and encourage them step by step. Best thing is that you can get them to the point of reading Prabhupada books, you know. That is the best. Because Prabhupada is very pure devotee, you know. If they read the book, their life will change. But when we try to speak and then they will look at us also and they see you doing so many nonsense, how can I accept your words? Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji. But most of them are passionate people who are following their own passions. So how to control them and bring them to read books? They won't read also. So I'm only telling them in the phone.
So the best way is to give them some prasadam, no?
Okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
You can't give instruction, then give prasadam. Animals, the only way you can do is what? Give prasadam, right?
Yes.
So you give prasadam, let their heart get purified to hear. And don't give too much instruction also. They are not in a position to accept. So you have to learn how to give as much as they can take, you know.
Yes, Prabhuji, understood.
You keep learning something and something very advanced, you try to tell them, they cannot reconcile, they get disturbed in their mind, you know.
Yes, Prabhuji, this is what happening.
Yes, so you don't tell them all these things. Learn how to keep it simple, you know. You're not the body, your spirit, soul. Let them understand that first.
And also, Prabhuji, when I mean, when compared to them, little bit advanced, so I get little bit, I mean, when they don't know this also, I feel, means I'm getting so much from you and I'm trying to give them, I get little bit of angry or upset feeling that they don't know this also, that also, like that. So
Not
how to,
only you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he got so upset, he took a stick and he went down to beat everybody, you know. Because then the devotee stopped him, you know, you came to deliver them. So you see, even God gets angry, what to speak of you and me. Understand?
yes,
But what to do? We have to tolerate, no?
yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, there's a words also. You have to learn how to be patient and tolerate, you know.
So, Prabhu, it is a transcendental anger, right?
Yeah?
Prabhu, is it a transcendental anger or spiritual anger?
Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has got no material anger, no?
That's true.
Yeah. Right. God got no modes of material nature, no?
That's true.
Is it not? God has got material modes of nature?
No, Prabhu.
Hmm.
I mean, Prabhu, if we get this kind of anger, so is it transcendental anger? Or
So can you read this?
yes, Prabhu. If one is serious about going back home, back to Godhead, he must be considered the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the summum bonum and chief aim of life. If he is a father instructing his sons, a spiritual master instructing his disciples, or a king instructing his citizens, he must instruct them as I have advised. Without being angry, he should continue giving instructions, even if his disciple, son, or citizen is sometimes unable to follow his order. Ignorant people who engage in pious and impious activities should be engaged in devotional service by all means. They should always avoid fruitive activity. If one puts on into the bondage of karmic activity, his disciple, son, or citizen who is son or citizen who is bereft of transcendental vision, how will one profit? It is like leading a blind man to a dark well and causing him to fall in.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we should be patient, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What to do? We have to tolerate and
Means
wait for them to grow. Hmm?
at that time we need to mold ourselves, Prabhuji, like from you I'm taking so much higher knowledge and I'm trying to give them, they are in low, so here I only have to be modulating myself according to them, even though I get that kind of anger or upset.
Can you imagine how Prabhupada went there to teach some people who don't know nothing? Huh? Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
How much he tolerated?
So much.
Hmm. Correct? So
Yes.
you have to be patient, know what to do. So this is also one sense good because we also learn how to tolerate, no?
Yes.
Hmm? What
So
can,
to stop talking to them, I can continue, but in a limited way, like how they can understand.
yes, their mind, you have to be patient. They cannot see it because of a lot of what we say impurity in their heart. So you meantime they cannot understand, you should also pray to Krishna to give them the intelligence. Rather than being angry, we should pray, Krishna, you please give them some intelligence to see properly the truth.
Yes, Prabhuji. So nice explanation, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
So getting angry is useless, no? What they can do, correct? So we have to be patient, what to do. Similarly, just like we are trying to become devotee, we also got so many nonsense, no? Correct?
Yes.
Someone teaching us how much patience he must have had. Right? You just imagine how much patience Krishna has on us. How many lifetimes he's dying and taking birth and dying and taking birth. And he just tolerate and he's sitting with us all birth. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Who has got that kind of patience? If I am the super soul, I would have jumped out of the heart and run away.
Yes,
Correct?
Prabhuji.
Yes or not? So you should learn from this and see, wow, how Krishna is so kind, you know, how he is tolerating.
Very nice explanation, Prabhuji.
Yes, we should learn like this and see. So we relate to Krishna and Guru, we will see, we will be feeling Vishal humble, no? How to teach these rascals, how Prabhupada went to a country where nobody knew nothing. They were all third class hippies. And he made them devotees. Huh? And here we got guys born in India, supposed to be the most holy land, and they are behaving like animals. Huh?
Why is it so, Prabhuji? Because they have taken birth in this holy, that too near to holy dham only, not even like up another place, but still they behave like passionate people. They don't want to listen about God.
Yes, they don't want to listen because it's plain here. You know. Okay, you want to read this?
Among human beings, those who are followers of the Vedic principles are considered civilized. Among these, almost half simply give lip service while committing all kinds of sinful activities against these principles. Such people do not care for the regulative principles.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Well, among them, most of them, almost half, simply give lip service only, while committing all kinds of sinful activity against these principles. That's what's going on among the Hindus. Yes?
Yes.
This is written by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, spoken by him. This is why India, many people claim, but they are simply don't know what they are doing. All guys doing nonsense. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji. But got birth here because of their previous pious activities.
Yeah, they're taken birth, of course, not so bad. Somehow or other, if they get a chance to associate with a pure devotee, the whole life will change. Hmm? Among the followers of Vedic knowledge, most are following the process of fruitive activity, karma, kanda, and distinguish between good and bad work. Out of many such sincere fruitive actors, there may be one who is actually wise. You see how the breakdown? Many doing lip service. Some are following the karma kanda thing. Among them, one who is a jnani, oh. And if one is a devotee, oh, how much more rare. Yes?
Yes, yes.
So to find, the breakdown, see, out of many millions of such mice men, one may actually become liberated, mukta. And how many millions of such liberated person, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, is very difficult to find. So imagine this breakdown, then you're trying, we are trying, everyone is trying, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we have to be patient, pray to Krishna. Better to think of ourselves, What kind of rascal I've been so many lifetimes, I've missed this chance, yes?
Yes.
Now I'm trying to help them. So you see how bad, difficult it is, yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So in this way, we will humble up also. The whole idea is that we have to become humble, no?
Yes.
Because the meek and humble will inherit the kingdom of God. So Krishna is also trying to purify us by sending all these kind of crazy guys that we have to talk to.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes?
Yes.
Purification, no. Correct.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So be patient, reflect on yourself and see how much more, I don't know, how many millions of births I took to come to this point of just understanding that Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why I didn't do in my last life or previous life or all that, correct?
Yes.
Unless I descended directly from the spiritual world, then there's no question said, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Huh? So we have to reflect. Then we will also know. Just pray for them to get purified. Help, no? Our whole duty is to help, no? Correct?
Yes. O king, who is advanced in intelligence and eager to perform welfare activities for others is considered best among human beings. An advanced human being is never malicious to others. Those with advanced intelligence are always conscious that this material body is different from the soul. Purport. In daily life, we find that when a madman commits murder, he is excused even by a high court judge. The idea is that a living entity is always pure because he is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When he falls into the clutches of material energy, he becomes a victim of the three modes of material nature. Indeed, whatever he does under the influence of material nature, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, 14. The embodied spirit, the master of the city of his body, does not create activities, nor does he induce people to act, nor does he create the fruits of action. All this is enacted by the modes of material nature. Actually, the living entity or soul does not do anything. Everything is done under the influence of the modes of material nature. When a man is diseased, the symptoms of the disease become a source of all kinds of pain. Those who are advanced in transcendental consciousness or Krishna consciousness, or never envious neither of the soul nor of the activities of the soul under the influence of material nature. Advanced transcendentalists are called Sudhiya. Sudhi means intelligence, Sudhi means highly advanced, and Sudhi means devotee. One who is both devoted and highly advanced in intelligence does not take action against the soul or the body. If there is any discrepancy, he forgives. It is said that forgiveness is a quality of those who are advancing in spiritual knowledge. Yes, Prabhuji.
Understand?
Yes.
So we must do this welfare work as Krishna has said here. So we have to do, if we want to make advancement. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And therefore, when we want to talk about Krishna, we have to be patient. Yes.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. So when they're angry or someone ignorant or some in goodness, they're all like modes of material nature only, Prabhuji. It is not like they're, as in purport we read that it is due to the influence of material nature. Not
Correct.
because of them.
Because they are caught in the material body, and when you are caught by Maya, then these are the qualities will come out, no? Lust, anger, envy, greed, bewilderment, madness. Yes? Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhuji. So not to be caught by Maya, we have to always with Guru, with devotees and with Krishna.
Yes. So
Yes.
we have to understand how this Maya is so powerful, So we are trying to come out of Maya. We are already facing so many challenges. How about a person soaked in Maya?
Yes.
How much more difficult it is? Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we have to be tolerant. We have to be patient. We have to be very compassionate, And what to do? Help. Again and again try to help. Although they will bite your hand also. So we still have to offer our hand. Yeah?
Yes, Prabhuji, sure.
So we try. Correct?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So the next question is, is it possible to fall from the spiritual world to the earthly planets? Jaya and Vijay fell down, correct? They did not fall down?
Yes, bro.
So is it possible to come down? Hello?
Yes, bro.
Yes.
So we have to be careful.
Yes, bro.
But now we go, we will not come back. That's Krishna's assurance. So when you fall down from the heavenly planet, usually, the spiritual world, usually you go in the position of Brahma, you're correct? Then gradually, if you manage to go back, that's fine. If you don't go back, you get all influenced by Maya, then you go down and down and down.
Yes, bro.
So why we want to worry about that now that we are here? Better to get out, no?
Yes, bro.
Yeah?
Yes, bro.
When you're caught in a burning house, you go and investigate how the fire started, or you run out? Huh? Hello?
Yes, run out.
Huh? Why you want to worry about who started the fire? Yes?
Yes, bro. We should run.
That's the first thing you should do now. Get out. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So you worry about that then rather than worry whether you took the position of Brahma or not. Now that you're in a fallen position, better we learn how to come out of this mess, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. Okay, any other last question before we wrap up? Hmm?
Prabhu, is there no sin when one eats an animal who dies naturally?
What's that again?
Prabhu, my question is like, is there no sin when one eats an animal who dies naturally, not killing him,
Animal dies naturally.
and then eats? Then is it a sin or not?
Animals got no karma.
I mean, Prabhupada said that to one Christ cardinal that if you really wants to eat meat, then you wait for the cow to die naturally, and then you can eat.
Yeah, so
So
when the animal die naturally, then you can eat the meat. But you cannot kill and eat, then you get implicated, no?
yes, yes. So
Understand?
isn't that meat also in mode of ignorance?
Naturally, this is for people who want to eat meat, no? Prabhupada said that, no?
Yes, yes.
But those who are intelligent, would you want to eat meat?
No, bro, never.
So then it's not valid for you, no?
Yes, bro.
So he gave that concession for those people who really want to eat meat, then wait for the animal to die.
Yes, bro.
The
Which there's
slaughterhouse business is not very good. Prabhupada was condemning the slaughterhouse business. You understand? Very painful, no? Yeah? Just like in India, the cobblers, they wait for the cow to die, no? Correct? Then they carry the animal away and then they take the leather, they take all the stuff, no? Yes?
Yes, bro.
Hmm. But they don't go and kill the cow, and of course there are some group doing that, but naturally that's not the system. Hmm?
Yes, bro.
All right. Anything else?
Thank you, Prabhu, for answering all our questions. Thank you, Prabhu, for your association.
Okay, I guess I had been very fortunate to get all your kind association. Thank you very much for coming online.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. So glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to